So round two. I noticed when I went back down to check on that zone system, not used to looking at those T6s, but 205 also was not cool, and it was set on 74, I think. There was 70 something in there. So first thing I'm gonna do is get the disconnect open and verify I got power. This guy's itching to leave. He's got stuff to do apparently, so we'll verify I got power, and then we can go through this guy, see what's wrong with it. These connections look better. Wires aren't hanging out of them. 477, 482, 480. Their phases are getting kind of far. There's 482 again. Okay. 477. Voltage out here is not good, but I've got power. It's coming out, so we ought to be good. We'll have to see what happened to it. So nothing too out of the ordinary, except my display on the Jade is blank. I don't know why this wire is just hanging there. Yeah, I got no voltage. And I verified 3-phase at my disconnect, but we can verify here. So I got 3-phase. Let's see here. I'm not tripped there. Smoke detector maybe. That would have my power cut off. I got no voltage across that fuse. Let's see if I got voltage coming out of the transformer here. I don't have voltage coming out of the transformer. Let's see if we got voltage going into the transformer. Carefully. That's a little trickier. I don't have voltage going into the transformer. Well, that's why I don't have voltage coming out. Where's it fed from? Looks like it comes there to that contactor. I got nothing. So that's my power feed in. I come here. I bet one of these fuses is blown. I'm gonna have to get the covers off. I don't know why they put these things in here. Make it kind of nice, but you can't grab the damn things. Let me get two hands and get that taken care of, because that it feeds directly over to that contactor. So we've lost a fuse here for some reason. LP CC30s. And one of them's blown. Let's see. That one there. Both of them are blown. Yep, that's coming in, got nothing coming out. This one, this here, it only feeds 2 legs, so they give you that extra fuse. So I think I've got some of those fuses. We got to figure out why. And let's take a look at the diagram and see what it feeds. Let's verify I've lost my power. Alright, so I got no voltage. Overload wasn't tripped here. I believe that's for the blower. And everything else is going to be okay once we get power to that transformer. I bet we have 24 volts and everything works. But we got to find out something on the high voltage side tripped that fuse or fuses. So if we follow our power here, this is my disconnect in. This is my fuse block here. ERV and another accessory we don't have feeds down to outdoor fan contactor. So we're going to be looking at something on our outdoor fan side. Then it feeds down to that transformer. Looks like it feeds some other things. I'm not sure what PEM1 is. I don't know where the legend is either. Here, it covered up some of it, which is helpful. But anyways, I've seen these fuses blow before. We've got something going on in our outdoor fans, I guarantee you. So let's get over in the blower section where capacitors and outdoor fan wires sit up here and then feed over to the actual fans. We got 3 fans on this guy. So nothing looks too far off. These things are known to rub right here and anywhere along that track. You can see those wires are hanging down. Anywhere along that track or in that track, they like to rub. Capacitors don't look blown, and I don't see anything noticeable as far as shorts go. So we might have to track those wires all the way over to the fan motors to find out where my problem lies. I'm not getting any shorts to ground on my fan motors, any of these contactors. I'm not reading anything to ground. So that doesn't help me any. So we're gonna have to trace my wires. I'll get the back panel off and see what's down at the other end. Like I said, I've seen them rub out here before. There's 2 spots right there that I can see that we're rubbing, but they're not shorted out. You'll see a big old black spot when they short out. So we're on the back side of our blower here. Here's where all my wires go through for this side, and again, I don't see anything jumping out at me that says it's shorted. It could just have a bad fan motor. This is just, they cram all these wires in here, especially on this side, and you got connectors and everything else. Not the best thing. They used to strap their high-low pressure switches. They used to strap them to that suction line. They stopped doing that because they kept having low voltage trips because they would rub out real quick on that. So let's get on top and see what I can see over there. I got to figure out, I can kind of see my wires where they run through there. I got to figure out where the hell my short is before we can start throwing fuses at this thing. The problem is either not here anymore or it's hiding from me pretty good. So come through here and I don't see anything. Feeds that fan and then feeds the fan I got out, and then the back side feeds this guy here. All of them spin. They don't feel like they have any like major bearing play, and I don't see any big old black spots that say, hey, I shorted out. But we got something going on here. I still need to go down and check to see if I got any fuses. I mean, they got the wires secured pretty good, and they got insulation there. I did check from the terminal block, main power that feeds all of these, and I still have no shorts, which I should have picked up from my contactor if I had a dead short. So I didn't pick up any shorts there. And capacitors are okay. So now I gotta figure out what the hell's going on. Maybe it's just got a bad fan motor. One of them's locked up or something. I mean, those are 30 amp fuses. But all of them spin and all of them look normal, at least inside here in the condenser. You can access all your wires pretty easily once you crawl down inside. So let's keep searching. Let's get back on the other side. See what else I can find. So if you pop these little wire ties out, they just poke in the bottom here. You can pull all of your wires out of there. You can see the jumble of wires that's in there. I don't see anything noticeable. And if I look down that trough, I don't see any black spots or anything like that. So I don't think I've lost a fan motor, or at least I haven't shorted a fan motor out directly. Now I do see some of these wires are labeled crankcase heater right there. So it's possible if it's fed from the same place. I gotta look at a diagram again. I don't see anything here. I'm gonna work my way back down, do the same thing on that end, and then we'll pop these back in, make sure everything's secured, but I don't think anything's shorted out in here. You can usually tell pretty quick. So crankcase heaters aren't gonna be in play. There's my crankcase heater there. They're fed from the compressor contactors, which come directly from the power feed. Feeds all the contactors, and then my condenser fan feeds the transformer. You can get some rub outs up under here too. There's insulation, and I don't see or feel anything. I'm not getting a direct short, so we might try to isolate each motor and ohm it out. It shouldn't be the blower. The blower fan is fed from the indoor fan contactor as well, and that circuit breaker there. So if we had a blower problem, we would have tripped this. If we had a crankcase heater or any other problem, we would have blown a disconnect fuse or something. So it's got to be something on this condenser side that I'm just not seeing. Like I said, we might have one locked up and just sit there and hum for a little while, but capacitors are good, so we might try to, like I said, isolate if I can and ohm them out, try to find out which motor is my problem. I really didn't want to cut all this crap, so I gotta resecure everything, but I'm gonna have to find something here. So here's what we're gonna do. I have a feeling all these are going to run, but I'm going to do them one at a time just to be safe. I've got coils pulled on everything except the outdoor fan, and I've got, this is my 1 and 2 on this side here. I've got only the other one hooked up. We're going to just get an amp draw, kick the power. I should have a call. I only had a 25 amp, not a 30, but I mean, hell, they're rated at 0.9 amps. It's almost got to be a direct short that I still haven't seen for that to blow a fuse like that. So let's give it a shot. And I might have to give it a call. There goes my economizer. So I do have power in there now. It just went away. What the hell's going on here? Something weird going on. I've lost a fuse again. I've got 270 volts. So, what? That was the fuse that I moved from the top. What the hell is going on here? I didn't kick my 25 amp. Son of a bitch. That would have been on my yellow feed. This didn't make any sense. If I had a direct short, I should be reading it anywhere. And why I would have kicked that, let's put the 25 amp. I mean, that fuse had to be good. I don't know why anybody didn't tell me. As I was starting to isolate and figure out what was going on, back to my diagram, when I said I didn't think I had, and I didn't know what PER was, that is power exhaust relay. And it feeds power exhaust motors from here. I'm still not reading a direct short, but I do have power exhaust motors. And I'll bet if I get in there to them, that's nice, I find a problem. They're doing their spinny things. Let's get rid of those guys. I bet there's something in there going on. So let's try to get in there. Looks like that's gonna be my best bet. Now, I can just get in here. They're all spinning. And I don't see anything. Once again, nothing noticeable. That's burnt up. But at least I can isolate one other thing. So this is the relay here. I've got the plug pulled that feeds over to it. So I've got that off. I've got the transformer disconnected. I pulled these wires that feed over to the fan motors. So I've got transformer, one of them feeds to contactor, or the relay. Could be something wrong in that relay too. I need to check that out, and then we should be able to cycle power and see what happens. I pulled everything on that side too, so I'm just isolating, trying to locate where the problem is. All right, we got that pulled. Cross your fingers. I hooked up the bottom again, and I hooked my transformer back up. Nothing's connected over there. Let's see if I get longer than 2 seconds. Listen closely. I'll bet that relay was trying to energize and there's something wrong on the other side. Still got power. It's showing me status. So good there. Let's see. Go ahead and check my fan motors like I was going to. Plug that terminal block on. I need to get a call, which I'm assuming I don't have yet because my contactor's not pulled in. Everything else is disconnected. Yeah, while one's off. So we'll give it its time delay. It shouldn't be able to pull anything in there. My fan motors will run. We'll plug them on one at a time. Make sure the fan motors run, then I can button all that crap up, and then I'll come back to figure out what's wrong on this side. This is gonna be my problem. Somewhere between the relay and those motors. So I went ahead and jumped it out. I got tired of waiting. I got fan motors. 0.7. I was pretty sure there wasn't gonna be a problem over here, so I went and plugged them all back in. Yeah, 0.7. 0.7. So as suspected, after I chased my wild goose all the way through my condenser section, fan motors are going to be okay. We got to figure out what's going on with the power exhaust, but that's where my problem lies. It took me a little while to get there, but you got to go through everything. In my experience, a lot of times, actually most of the time, because that's what I've seen, is it's in the condenser fan motor wiring, up along the rail, everything I checked first, obviously. So I was able to put it in test. I've got 24, 26 volts to my relay, and I'm getting 480 to my motor, well, to my plug at least. So I'm good from there to the plug. It's something on that side. All right, so I own both of them out. This motor here on this side is still connected. I've got the other one disconnected, and we can actually go in here and test. So connect EX1, I know y'all can't see that. Run. So that's, I had weird ohm readings on that one. I don't even remember what it was now. I'm doing too much. But I've got one bad motor. So we'll be able to shut this down. They're not using the economizers here. They actually replaced all these units. They used to have a black roof, and they had old trains up here. They put all these new carriers on and a white roof, and they actually had some humidity issues. So the economizers do not, we've got them shut down from the Jade, I believe, and I don't think they use them at all because of the humidity issues they had. So we'll give them the option to change the motor. The relay seems to be okay, so we'll call that good, but it took me a little while to get there. But only 2 fuses later, I found my problem. Took me a little while, but anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Thanks for sticking this one out. Took me a little while to find that. Let me know if y'all have seen that before. Leave a trade bearer and you find it. See y'all next time.